Hi everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I sell all of the fabulous Stampin' Up! Products that I share with you. I do apologize for not announcing that I was going to be going live. I have been battling a migraine since Monday afternoon, and I have just not been able to shake it, so I wasn't sure what time I would be able to go on or if I was going to be going on. So I just thought, you know what, I'm feeling not too bad right now, so let's just pop on and bring you a pretty card to inspire you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please say hello when you arrive. Let me know where you're coming from. I hope you are staying safe. My lighting is a little off today. It's later in the day than my normal. I'm either in the morning or in the evening, and the sun is coming around, so it's a little splotchy, the sun coming through. So today, this is the card we're going to be creating. And I'm using a whole bunch of the products from the Ornate Garden Suite. I've even stamped a little on the inside. So as you can see, I hope you can see, I have sponged some of the pretty Blushing Bride ink on my embossed layer here. So the Ornate Garden Suite, I am using the Ornate Thanks Bundle. I'm using the Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper, the Ornate Style Bundle, the Gilded Gems, as well as the Ornate Floral 3D Embossing Folder. And I'm also using the retiring, I'm not even sure if it's still in the online store, the Gold Glimmer paper. So I wanted to get that used up. So the Ornate Thanks is a beautiful stamp set that has lovely sentiments in it. And then the Ornate Style is a lovely just floral, as well as this little flourish here and here stamp set with no sentiments. So, and then of course our dies. My flowers here are the single dies here, and then this is the border that I have die cut, the border die that I've used. So let's get started. I hope you are all staying safe and healthy. Okay, so this is Blushing Bride, and I am just going to put it into my embossing folder. I love this embossing folder. It is quite beautiful. No, I'm a little off there. Let's just open that back up, straighten it, although I'm not seeing so straight with this migraine, but okay. So yesterday was pre-order for us Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So what that means is we were able to order products from the upcoming 2020-2021 annual catalog. All right, so as you can see here, we have now embossed, and I am going to bring in my Blushing Bride. So we were allowed to order select items from the new catalog, and I, of course, as always, I was born without patience, so I FedExed my order, and it will be arriving at some point fingers crossed, tomorrow. So Friday's live, if it arrives tomorrow, I'm not sure when it's going to arrive. So I'm going to say it's going to be Friday that I do a live unboxing the pre-order that I'm receiving. So that will be very exciting. I still haven't received my catalog in the mail, but I had printed out the PDF so that I could look at it. And as you can see, I am just taking my sponge dauber and the raised up flowers just randomly here and there. I'm adding a little bit of color just to add a little bit more interest. Hi Carol, how are you? So I'm just adding not too awful much. I don't want to cover all of them, but I think that should be good. You received your catalog in the mail. Wow, lucky girl. Yeah, I went out to the mail earlier and all that was in my mailbox was flyers. So, boo. All right, so now we are going to stamp in the Smoky Slate. I want to stamp 3 little. I'm going to go, okay, that was my stomach. I'm hungry. It seems a constant thing with me these days. All right, just 3 little flowers there in the corner. Okay, and then we're not going to do any shading. We are just going to color in. I'm using the light Old Olive for my leaves. So did you pour yourself a cup of tea and sit down with a catalog, Carol? Are you pouring through it? I find it so much easier to look when I have an actual catalog rather than a PDF online. And I do have my catalogs are coming. I ordered. They will not be expedited because of their weight. So if you, whoops, I went over the center. Oh well, if you would like a catalog from me, if you have placed an order with me, either in my online store or with me personally, in the last 6 months, you are automatically going to receive a copy. If you have not placed an order with me, and you would like a copy, if you do not already shop with another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, simply contact me and ask me to send you one. I'll need your mailing address, and I would be happy to send one anywhere in Canada. But like I said, if you are not shopping with another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you are already purchasing from, please ask them for a copy. All right, and now let's just grab the dark, this should cover it, the dark Mango Melody. If not, that's okay. All right. So there's our insert piece done. Move that to the side, and now let's bring in, I've already die cut out my stitched rectangle, and hopefully I can stamp straight today. Oh, people are already posting videos, are they? I will have a look a little later on to see what the products look like. I'm very, very excited. So, like I said, I will be going live unboxing probably on Friday. All right, making sure that I'm just inking up good. I always like to do that with my photopolymer. All right, so fingers crossed, hold my breath. Giving it an extra moment for that ink to transfer. And that's a little off, and that's going to bug me because that's just the type of person I am. So I already die cut a second one for just in case. All right, let's hope this time I stamped a little straighter. Oh, and I just rocked it. Hopefully I didn't. Oh, I'm okay. All right, that's maybe a smidge better. We're going to go with it. We are going to go with it. So, all of the measurements as well as product links will be over on my blog. The blog post will be live at 4 o'clock. So, if you want to head on over there to get all the measurements. So my base, card base is Blushing Bride. And then we've got our Poppy Parade. And then we will be putting on our, although I'm going to stretch this back out a bit because I think I've told you before that when you're using a 3D embossing folder, it tends to shrink up the cardstock as it makes those 3D impressions. So all I'm going to do is just, with the heat of my hand, a little bit of pressure. Just stretch that out just that little bit. And that's going to bring it just like that, which is a little bit better, I think. So let's just move all of this out of the way. Okay, get some liquid glue. Okay. I can hear somebody's cutting their lawn. We have not cut our lawn yet, although it is needing it because we had a local company come and they rolled, they aerated, they fertilized. So we, our front yard especially has really sprouted and grown with that lovely warm weather we've been getting and sunshine. So then we've got, this is just going to be layered over top of this. So just using basically the two colors today. Tomorrow is the Creating Kindness Design Team blog and video hop, and I have a beautiful card created for that. So as well, I did a video. So please be sure to check out my blog tomorrow. It goes live at 6 a.m. as well as my YouTube channel. Okay, put this down. Now, the glimmer paper does take a few moments longer to for that glue to get in there. So what I like to do, because this is a smaller area, I'm just going to take and run my glue across here, and then I find this is easier to put it on the bigger piece, and then we're going to just put it down over top and adjust as need be. But that way I have not gotten any glue on my fingers whatsoever. This end here is, just pull that up just a hair. Okay. Now, while that is drying, I want to show you, I've got my little die cut flowers here. So I've already glued these two together, and then I'm going to take my gilded gems. So I want to show you how easy it is to take your flowers from this flat flower, which, yes, it is pretty, but I like to bring them up just a bit more. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here in the center, because I like to do that for my any of my embellishments. So see, I've got my 3, so is that the right size? Yes. So then I'm just going to stick that in the center there with my Take Your Pick tool, give it a press. So to get your flower from this to this, all you have to do is take your bone folder and, holding fairly firmly the flower in the one hand, take your bone folder, and I'm holding it quite close to the tip, and I'm just flicking and curling, softening those fibers of the cardstock. Don't pull too hard or you will rip your cardstock, but just going around in a circular motion until it's all curled up, and then you can actually even, once it's softened enough, you can bring it in even smaller and manipulate it that way. So we're going to do that with the Blushing Bride as well. And then you just move them around on top of each other to get that placement that you want. All right. So, and then we take our glue and a little bit of glue there. The other end of the Take Your Pick tool that has the putty end is perfect for picking this up and placing it. And I want it so that my petals are not all in the same direction. So then I'm going to take the pokey end and just press that down. A little bit more glue. And pick up another of my gilded gems and press that down. And then, as you can see, we're just going to place that in there. So that just brings your flower to that next level, I think. From flat to curled like a real flower would be. Flowers aren't flat in nature, so let's give them a little bit of dimension on our card fronts, I think. A little bit of glue, because you don't want that to come off. So it just helps to give it that, whoops, extra little bit. Give it a press. All right, and there's our 3 flowers, and you can actually, once they're glued together, you can curl it together a bit more, or you can take your, holding the center, you can take your, something like your Take Your Pick and pull those petals up even more so that they're not quite flat up against each other. Just like that. Okay, so let's adhere, move this out of the way. We're going to place our insert paper. I always like to use insert paper if my card base is another color other than Whisper White or Very Vanilla. All right, so now we are going to take our Designer Series paper layer, adding a bit of glue, and placing this center, whoops. I'd like to turn it sideways to make sure that I've got it down straight as well. Give it a press because this is raised up. It's not a nice smooth surface. So I think that looks good. And then we're going to take some dimensionals and add those to the back of my So Grateful. And you know me, I like my dimensionals. I don't want any saggy, so I'd rather have too much than not enough. All right. And then we are going to adhere this just above, not halfway. Bring that up just a hair. Come on. All right, there we go. I wanted it just... No, I think that's there. I think that's straight. And then we are going to take some glue and attach that to the corner there. This card would definitely cost you a little bit extra in your postage, but you know what? It's okay, especially nowadays when you're really wanting to send that extra love throughout the mail when we can't be together. All right, so that is today's card. Whoop, a little, got the inside and the outside done. I hope you like that. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Remember, sharing is caring. Please share my video. And if you are watching the replay on YouTube, please click that subscribe button below as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and I will see you on Friday, hopefully with my new annual catalog products. Hopefully that they arrive tomorrow. All right, bye for now.